All right, it looks like we are live. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Happy July to everybody. Good morning as always. Welcome to Thursday, July 1st, 2021. Mid-year is over. We have crossed the halfway point in the markets. My name is Jarad. This is Engineering the Markets. Let's go ahead and see what the market has for us today. All right, starting off with our SPY. So what I've gone ahead and done is across different ETFs that we like to look at, I've gone ahead and marked the starting price or the opening price of the 2021 year. And this will kind of show not only the overall performance that we've gotten since the beginning of the year, but also some of the volatility in between. For the most part, a lot of our sectors have been performing relatively well. Some have outperformed the overall SPY, some have underperformed, some are pretty much in line. And there's been various shifts in different periods of performance, typically month to month, or with some catalyst that has caused maybe a shift in money flow across different areas of the market. But overall, we can see that the SPY has performed quite well in the year 2021. We are up relatively about 14% overall. And this is on the, I would say, the back of a lot of recovery / cyclical sector performances that we've had over the beginning of the year. So we've started off with outperformance in certain sectors. And if I bring up just a quick overview of what that looks like, we can see that over the past 6 months, certain sectors have really stood out as sort of the leaders of the group. Now, whether or not they provide the weighting of the SPY that really carries the market higher, some of them are not quite the same market cap weight or weighting in the SPY as others. But given that they've all performed, the market has gone much higher, and we've seen a very bullish 2021 in the first half. So obviously, we've been looking at energy pretty heavily over the past couple of weeks. There's been some opportunities both for trading and for sort of buying certain particular dips. This has led to energy standing out as one of the key performers, up approximately 43% over the past 6 months. And as we go down the list, we can see that there's been quite a bit of performance in more cyclical areas, financials being one of the key performers, but also industrials and materials somewhat outperforming the overall SPY. As we go down, we can see that these numbers do drop off relatively quickly, and we note that technology, healthcare, and discretionaries have actually performed in line or slightly below the overall SPY. So while we are seeing moments in time where these sectors outperform maybe in that month or in a shortened time frame, the overall performance in 2021 has been somewhat in line for some of the more growth-based sectors, more risk-on sectors. This is going to be our tech, healthcare, which is more of a somewhat cyclical, but it does have a little bit of a risk-on characteristic to it, discretionaries. And then our last two have underperformed, which is going to be the risk-off, staples, and utilities. Now, as we shift back into our charts, we can see that with this past month that has passed, specifically the half-year mark, we were looking to see, were there any significant shifts in where money is flowing into? Are we going to see some additional volatility as maybe the second half of the year has different sectors or different areas of the market outperforming and underperforming overall? Or are we going to see something more significant in the form of a correction, something that the market may or may not be in need of relative to the outperformance, sort of a resetting before moving higher? And seasonality wise, July tends to have a bit more volatility than the previous month of June. That volatility can be led by a very strong close into the rest of the year, as most of the time, roughly 70% of the time, a market that performs well in the first half of the year also performs well in the second half. So there's approximately about a it's 2 times more likely, based on historical numbers, that the market will continue to outperform, given that it performed well in the beginning of the year. And the idea is that the trend is your friend. Sort of the perception of the market is that it'll continue higher, and from that point we can sort of look to see whether or not that takes place this year. Excuse me. So some things that are showing up today that might be worth watching, might be worth mentioning. Let's start off today with crude. So crude has been slowly moving higher over the month of June. And we saw a bit of volatility preceding that, where the market did have sort of a swing high top, a temporary top that was set. This was back in early March. We saw a steep decline, a range that compressed, and we evaluated this compression for short-term opportunities. We were able to slowly move out of that range, and then we eventually hit this point of sort of a downtrend resistance, which did respect itself for about a week and a half, at which point crude did break out, and so far that breakout has been met with fairly significant trending action. Now, as we have moved higher, we start to look at longer time frames to see what are some decent targets that we can consider for crude based on historical prices. And we went ahead and marked 2 previous swing highs where the market of crude oil has seen significant declines or just had some additional sort of volatility and range-bound trading prior to a bigger move. This area has been marked by this swing high and this significant swing high, which led to a collapse of the previous swing lows and obviously a sharp decline in crude. Now, as we are setting ourselves back into these price ranges, we ask ourselves, is this going to once again act as a period of resistance, leading to either some choppy price action or potentially sort of a swing high into a larger decline? Obviously, we are looking quite strong today. But as we move into this range, if you are long any sort of oil, crude, energy-based positions, you may look to this chart and see whether or not you're starting to form a basis for either, once again, profit taking, hedging, some sort of protective activity based on the technical overview of the chart. So yes, the intraday setup is strong. Energy is going to be a sector to watch today, as both crude and natural gas is up quite high in the morning. But we are already trending inside of crude, and we have already hit some targets that have been met through this setup. So as things start to form in this area, we will see, is weakness forming? Is choppy price action forming? Or are we simply going to break through this area with a lack of resistance? Typically, we will often have to back test and then from there move higher. that would be a very bullish thesis inside of the energy and crude markets. And overall, that would change the perspective of our charts. So something to consider. A lot of us are either short-term traders, which is why energy is an enticing sector to look at today. But even if you're a swing trader or an investor, you may be looking at energy and saying, you know, this has already recovered quite significantly. Do I still see upside potential? Do I see that there is much more to gain? Or in this case, should I move my profits and ultimately my capital into more, I would say, attractive positions? So something to watch. As always, you know, this is just starting to enter this zone. It is entering it quite strongly relative to the price. But as today forms, we will see if the volume is also agreeing with this setup. Is this ignition or the final phase of the climax of the move, you know, the final buying climax of crude? We will see. We also talked about natural gas a little bit yesterday, near the end of the month and specifically end of mid-year. Natural gas has had a really strong move as of late. We've seen approximately I think a 20 to 25% gain from the month of June. I believe it's actually much higher. We start at the beginning of June. We can calculate that roughly here. Yeah, we've seen about a 30% gain in natural gas since the month of June. So obviously there is some shift occurring inside of the energy products. And once again, if this is going to be a full court press of a lot of our asset classes relative to energy, you want to think oil, natural gas, even something like heating oil, which is trending at the moment. If all of these are moving higher, then there is sort of that bullish thesis of energy stocks continuing to be a leader overall. And this goes back to our sector performance, where energy has been the strongest sector in the year 2021. But as always, just because something is the leader for a long period of time does not mean it is going to continue. We've seen specifically in the past month, a shift back into growth stocks. Technology has been outperforming in the month of June specifically. And things like the NASDAQ and even the IWM are much stronger and have just sort of a general lack of resistance in their move in the month of June, leading us to all-time highs both in the NASDAQ, and the IWM is not too far away from that price point. So just looking at those standout performers, seeing if there is still opportunity as they are the leaders, and considering the idea that if you've had success in these areas, always be considering what your targets are. If you're trading, you need to have a target. You need to have a point where you say this trade has been successful enough. I do not see enough upside to basically consider holding this position without an understanding that there is downside risk if things change. And that's where protecting yourself, protecting your profits, hedging your profits all comes into play. Now, additionally, if we look at financials, once again, I've gone ahead and marked the starting price of the financial ETF, and that is roughly around 29.67, I believe. Financials have had a period of significant performance this past mid-year, appreciating approximately 30% based on this chart. And that can be seen as well with our sector. This shows about 27% so far. So I actually went from open to the swing high. It has declined slightly since then. So the markets have been carried by these cyclical sectors, and technology during the beginning of the year was actually quite choppy, or just overall not performing in the same way. We saw periods of nice trending action, sort of that final leg of a move from 2020. We saw a lot of volatility to break the opening price of 2021. That obviously hit a trend line that we had marked that had a nice reaction off of that. We came back up, found sort of that double top, once again came back down, and at one point technology was flat on the year. And this is why technology for a period of time was quite hard to take action on, because oftentimes this sector was giving back a lot of its gains in those periods of volatility. We saw things like interest rate yields correlate to technology and put pressure, which led to the market selling a lot of these stocks back off. And when you have this perspective, you can see that at one point, technology was essentially flat on the year. And this was not too far away, back in May 12th, approximately. But obviously, things changed. Growth came back into favor. And not only with technology, we're seeing a lot of growth-based industries, I'll say, not sectors, but industries, really starting to pick back up off the ground. We've talked about quite a few of them. We've talked about electric vehicles. We've talked about solar. We've talked about, to some degree, the cannabis sector, although this has still been an underperformer overall, regardless of the time frame. And just an uptick in higher PE, sort of more speculative companies that have a lot of their future growth potential priced in into their financial ratios. You know, they're basically priced at a point where market participants are anticipating growth, and they're able to pay up, or they're willing to pay up for that growth. Cloud architecture or cloud-based, software as a service companies. I'm trying to think of some other examples. We've even seen semiconductors pick back up. That obviously has helped the NASDAQ. Less of, I would say, overall growth, but certainly an attractive industry during periods of economic recovery. So, what does this all mean? And, how can we move forward into the next half of the year? I'll also bring up healthcare real quick, just to show a little bit of volatility at the beginning of the year, and obviously has performed quite well, closing near the all-time high at the end of June. So what can we move forward with? What can be our thesis moving forward, and how can we take advantage of it? Short term, we want to always be looking at the outperformers in that time frame and trying to essentially ride that trend as long as the market is willing to give it to us. The trend does seem to be favoring technology at the moment, although things are a bit extended at this time. We certainly would be looking more for a pullback in the purpose of buying some of these stocks. Energy has still been the leader, and as we are coming into some potential profit zones, we will look to see if we see signs of weakness or continuation. Ultimately, this has been strong. We don't necessarily want to jump ship just because we've hit a historical resistance level, but it's worth marking. It's worth anticipating the idea that if this becomes a weak sector and you are profitable in your trade, investment, whatever it happens to be, protect those profits. Allow yourself to look for additional opportunities and put that capital to work in areas that are going to perform moving forward, not just areas that have performed in the past. Essentially, always be looking, always be trying to find the next best thing. And then finally, as this market has continued to be bullish, we are simply seeing, is there any sort of general topping action that the market is trying to advertise to us? Is there any tail risk that the market is trying to basically indicate, and can we be prepared for it? Now, obviously, the SPY has been essentially a buy every dip sort of market since 2020. Oftentimes, moves to the 50-period daily moving average have been met with additional swing highs. That has been true 1, 2, although volatile, 3, 4, 5, 6 times at this time. Each of these have been met with a new swing high and have been great, essentially buying opportunities. I would say that an early warning sign for us as traders and investors is if we ever lose this general area. And it goes back to the idea of a trend line. Oops, wrong one. Doesn't have to be perfect, but if this market ever starts to lose this trend line, along with the more dynamic moving average supports, this is going to be some early red flags that our trend may be starting to deteriorate. We would often see this weakness in other areas of the market. We may see the Qs be pulling back much more sharply than normal. We've seen that before. This can obviously happen again. We would see something like the IWM fail to break its all-time high and hold, leading to another downside move back to that lower support zone around 210 overall inside the IWM. And with that sort of weakness, we should be able to see the SPY start to sort of collapse its trend line, or at least start to break and hold below the trend line for the first time. Until that point, obviously the path of least resistance so far has been higher. And this is why that sort of cautionary bullish thesis has worked out so well in the year 2021. A lot of these volatile events have been met with sort of the market shrugging them off, moving to higher highs. Money has shifted back and forth, keeping the market healthy. But as always, things can change. This is looking in the mirror and seeing what the market has done. This is good for us to journal, to reflect on, to ultimately note as how can we look for this to change, and what are going to be some of the early technical signals that it is changing. So far, one of the key things that kind of has me on pause is what are financials doing? Because financials, just like energy, have been sort of the leader in the year 2021. And we've seen a sharp decline of financials, specifically similar to the SPY, losing the 50-period moving average for the first time since we started our nice sort of swing low into trending move of 2021. So this is a warning sign that the market may be starting to shift. And this action right here, although nice bounce, nice recovery from the FOMC and sort of the immediate reaction there, we have not come back above. We have not fixed the issue at hand from the technical perspective, which is we have lost a key moving average. So keep this on watch. Keep that risk mindset in the back of your head, because the market has been strong. Market has continued to outperform and to essentially move higher with every dip. But there will come a time where one of these is unlikely or likely to fail. And at that point, we need to be prepared for the reaction. We need to be prepared for the market to basically all be watching this event and react accordingly, potentially selling it off much harder than most traders and investors would anticipate. So just keep that risk mentality in mind. Always protect yourself. If you have unrealized profits, be sure to take advantage of that in whatever way you know how. Stop losses, hedges, taking profit, sizing down, moving capital into other areas as a hedge, whatever it happens to be. Just always have a plan. In times of strength, you should be planning for the periods of weakness. Essentially, you want to protect yourself when everything is looking good, as opposed to when it's looking bad. So with that said, that's pretty much all I have for us today. Keep everything that we like to review on watch. Look for risk factors, and it is the first day of a new mid-year or second half of the mid-year. We will see if the market maybe wants to give us a little bit of volatility moving into July. Obviously, maybe there may be some sectors that start to stand out. I'm still watching healthcare now that it has broken its previous all-time high. Watching energy, watching financials, and of course, technology. Would love to look for a pullback, but we haven't quite gotten a significant one as of yet. So with that said, I'm Jared. This is Engineering the Markets. As always, trade safe, keep yourself protected and on watch. And let's see, what the market has to give. If we see a shift back into all signs are green, all signs are bullish from the technical perspective, we'll look to take advantage of that. So with that said, stay tuned for pre-market prep, and I will talk with y'all tomorrow.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you, brother?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. All right, guys. Welcome to pre-market prep. Thank you, Jarad, for that great engineering the market segment,
As
guys. Please,
always.
yes, please give him a big thumbs up over on YouTube. We highly, highly appreciate that. Helps us out a lot here. All right, let's get to it, guys. Let's see what we had on our watch yesterday. Starting with AMD. So AMD was hold on. Here we go. Let's link this. There it is. All right. So AMD was on watch yesterday, guys. AMD has just been, as we know, incredible over the last couple of days. If we take a quick minute and just look at their daily, we could see how strong they have been, right? Even yesterday, ending the day really nice here, continuing from the previous day. So pretty good stuff there happening already this morning. Great volume. I expect this to be in play for the next coming days, guys. It's just been that hot at this during this time. So yesterday traded very well, very clean early on. Beautiful pop, beautiful continuation. You can see here the pre-market action was good as well. We saw that great continuation into the market open. After that, did not do a whole lot, guys. Just kind of went sideways. So this was the initial move here at the market open. Then it just kind of went sideways for the rest of the day, really. We'll see today what it does, guys. Already great volume. I expect that to be on our list. Here's MU. So MU has some activity yesterday. We know they had earnings after hours yesterday. This is why you're seeing this these candles being formed right over here. So we'll see how that plays out today. They have good volume already. We'll take a look at their pre-market action. It didn't trade as clean. We expected something a little bit better. It did give you an initial drop here in a pop, so it was a great short. You just had to be a little bit patient on it on MU. Here's Neo, guys. Neo is just incredible, and today already they got 1.7 at 8:30 this morning. That is great, great volume. So I know they are in play today for sure. Yesterday was a very good breakout continuation as well. You had everything going on here, guys. ABCD pattern, opening range breakup, you name it. It was on Neo yesterday, and look at the beautiful continuation all the way from, guys. This opened up around 50.60, hitting 53.80. I mean, talk about a heck of a move here, guys, on Neo. After that, very similar to AMD, just kind of went sideways a little bit here as the volume kind of died down. And expect a lot of this in the summer months, guys. You know, you get that initial volume. A lot of traders want to get their trades in early, be done for the day, and go hang out with their families, right? So expect this type of activity where the volume dies down and then you're just stuck in chop. So if you're trading all day, if you're a trader that trades all day, which we have plenty in our chat room, just be mindful of the change and dynamics here in the market. Very, very important. Here is space. Space was good both ways, guys. Both ways. Give you a nice little pop here. It does drop. Cannot continue. Cannot hold above the VWAP. That is a good indication the stock is most likely weak. The minute it goes below the VWAP right on here, it tries to recover. It cannot go above the VWAP again. Makes a new. It's not able to make a newer high here. That's important, right? So that right there signifies an opportunity to take it short for a continuation towards the bottom. You don't expect this type of drop, right? You don't expect this to happen. You kind of expect it to kind of, go down towards the low of the day and then some. Here you get this insane drop, guys. So if you took advantage of that, that was a nice one. Does find some support later down the line and reverses back up nicely. Sometimes this move is a little bit harder to catch. I seen Jarad catch this move plenty of times, so he does amazing with these type of reversals. So does Eamon. But if you missed that, you do get an opportunity here, guys. A test of the VWAP. If it holds, it's gonna go, and then there it is, the pop all the way up to the high of the day. So space was very nice yesterday. Some big movements all morning and even later in the afternoon. Although it goes sideways, this sideways move has a lot of movement in it. There's some opportunities there to take it, for some support over to resistance, and our resistance over to the support. You could done plenty of things there with space yesterday. BBBY. This was nice yesterday, guys. Just look at the action here. We talked about BBBY not having a great pre-market action, and then we have seen it plenty of times trade very, very well, and you can see that right on here, guys. Just took off, opening range breakup on the 5-minute. You also had the 15-minute going here. It just never really looked back. It did get toppy over at 39.50, but again, what can you expect when the stock opens up at around 30.50 and goes $9, right? That is a big, big move. It gets toppy here and it does drop down well below the VWAP. Yesterday. So, Norm, I know you called this one out. I know you liked the
Yeah.
BBBY when it's in play, and man, was it a heck of a trade
It
yesterday?
was a beast.
Yeah, it really was. ASTS, guys, this thing was a little bit wild. It did get great volume. I don't like the up and down here. It did eventually give you a nice run above the high of the day in a continuation. Then after that, just becomes chop. You just have to be very quick on this one. This thing was moving very wild. I believe we saw Brian take a couple of stabs at this one yesterday. It's just insane how this thing was moving. All right, guys, that is what we had yesterday. Let's take a look at our overall market pulse and what to expect for again the beginning of this month and the end of the week coming up.
Yeah, happy July, man. I can't believe we're halfway through the year. It's absolutely insane. All right, so we just had jobless claims, continuing claims come out. They came out, the initial claims were a little bit better than expected, continuing claims slightly more than expected. We've got manufacturing PMI at 945 and the ISM manufacturing at 10, construction spending at 10. And then, of course, motor vehicle sales trickle in today, tomorrow, and such. That is why we've got, well, Lee was up here as well earlier, and XPEV. Yeah, so we got Neo XPEV up there. They've released numbers for last month and therefore the quarter. We're getting close to the holiday weekend. Half our list up here is low float stuff. Some of it I can't find a catalyst on, so kind of that's how it goes. Then of course oil's up, I think 3% this morning, and a lot of people are predicting a move from the 75-ish area that we're in to maybe $100. So makes sense, and we'll see how the day goes.
Yep, absolutely, guys. Let's get to it. We got quite a bit on the green this morning, so we're going to chop this up. And again, as Norm mentioned, just look at the number of low flow stocks coming up here. So we'll see what's going on there. All right, let's remove our list here.
Easier to push them around when the big boys aren't home.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right, guys, I get this question asked quite a bit. I got it asked yesterday again. If you want to make rows here in a pretty fast manner, what you could do is after you delete everything, go to the first row, you hit space, enter. Then once you do that, the rest is just backspace, enter, back and forth, and there you will get your rows all set up nicely in that way. So let's take a look at all these low flows, guys. They have to look really, really good. If anything looks, flimsy or doesn't have great volume, doesn't have great pre-market action, we're going to skip it. We don't need a great daily on low flow stocks, but we do need great volume and we do need a nice clean pre-market action. The daily could be crap, doesn't mean much as it does on other type stocks, right? Here we have WNW this morning. They are up 38%, 4 million shares traded. So got some good volume here going on. Actually, their daily looks better than most low flow stocks. So I do like that there. They have quite some movement on here. So that's not too bad. We'll put it on here, low flow W and W. So we'll leave that there for now. Here's Meds. Meds this morning, 3.1 million. Now this is just starting to get going here. This looks very interesting. 311,000, up 41% already. We'll give it a little time for this to settle in, but that is on the move, guys. If you're looking for low flow, if you trade low flow and you're looking for opportunity, that one is definitely looking good right now. BLIN, we've seen this one run up in the past before, 31% this morning. Man, I gotta tell you, they're all looking pretty nice as far as a low flow goes, right? Not bad. Like you said, Norm, they can be pushed around a little bit more now. So MRIN, guys, this thing is a beast. I think it is looking nice this morning. Sold off yesterday. It's trying to hold this level at 10. For the fourth day that has been very, very, very active. You can see the volume here yesterday dropped down a whole lot. People like this thing on the way up, not on the way down. So we'll see what it does today. It's up 15%, guys, 2.6. It does have some potential, and it can trade very well as well. CUEN was active yesterday, guys. Very, very insane. This morning they're down. They're down from yesterday, but they're up 10% because they actually are gapping up. But down from their highs here, 920 something where they hit yesterday. Could be something. Man, I don't want to add all these low flows though. It could be something. We'll have to stop here though. BXQR, this is not great. We saw that one a couple of days ago. RSLS not looking too good, and CXP not looking too good. All right, so you know what? We'll add CUEN because these are the only ones that are really active, and we'll come back and fine tune them, guys. We're not going to keep all these low flows on here, but number wise and pre-market wise, they're all looking.
It's your whole list.
That's my whole list. They're looking pretty good. We might turn this into a low flow morning today, and we all know who's the low flow king. So
no.
we might be going live with Norm this morning. All right, guys, let's take a look at regular stock. Let's see if there's anything happening there. ALZN, this is 37 million right now. They're not looking too hot at the moment. They're up 5.9, 232,000 shares traded. Recent IPO here, you can see hasn't been doing very well. It's just really been chopping sideways. So I don't see anything exciting right now. We'll skip on this. XPEV, this one, I like XPEV this morning. Up 4.6, 987. I know NEO is hot today. They've been hot the last couple of days, but today they released numbers, quarters. Was it yesterday? They had
This morning, overnight.
This morning, right? Bigger sales on their cars or something year on year, something like that. But again, they've been doing so well. I mean, it's just nice to see that. So we're gonna put that on there. Oh, there it is.
I want to. That's ridiculous. I haven't seen that one before.
You haven't? Yeah, you haven't
God,
seen
you're
that
killing
one
me.
We
So,
definitely.
M. Holstein's asking a question. He goes, "Why doesn't Meds have limit up or down on level 2? There is no such thing as limit up or down on level 2 or limit up or limit down pre-market.
Right.
There are no volatility halts pre-market. So it could go to 1,000 and still not halt.
Yep. It only happens at the market open. So definitely good information to have. Neo, guys, we'll add Neo on here. I like XPEV. We'll add XPEV as well on there. Let's give the king of low flows a big thumbs up there. So XPEV is good, guys. We'll leave that on there. Heading down, BBBY, guys, 65. I mean, the short interest on this is what makes it exciting, and we guarantee you, this is why you got that insane pop yesterday. It was an $8 move.
Yeah, I mean, massive volume yesterday. I don't know how much short is left, and there's some discrepancies in the short number. Somebody brought up yesterday that the FinViz number is 65, whereas 65%. Keep in mind, all these numbers are kind of bogus anyway because they're so delayed. It can change drastically from when these numbers are published. They're published on the 15th and the last trading day of the month. They're taken those days and then reported like a week and a half later, roughly. I'm not going to get into the calculation and when, but they're old when they're new. So anyway,
agreed. 65 is still really high. So let's say that's even half of that. I mean, it is still a very, very big number, right? Could have changed because I'm sure yesterday some people.
Well, I mean, it could be zero because how many shares did the thing trade yesterday? It traded 54 million. It's got 103. Even if you go by the TI numbers, which are way higher on short float percent than other sources, it's got, let's call it 100 million shares float, 65%. That's 65 million shares. Now, obviously, all the volume isn't shorts covering, but still, it's a huge volume day yesterday. It could easily be, even if it was 65, hell, it could be half that now. So,
yeah, absolutely, guys. So we'll keep BBY on here. Maybe a possible today. We'll see. We'll see what it does here. BBY. All right, let's see what else we have. Neo is good. Oxy, we talked a little bit about oil kind of stepping up here. Oxy could be a good one to watch. I'm keeping it as a possible for now. Not doing a whole lot at the moment, but they are okay. MRO right now. The daily seems to be consolidating. We're up against the area of resistance. Doesn't look great though as far as pre-market action. Dailies seems a little bit choppy in here, guys. So not a big fan of it. I think I'm going to skip on that one for now. Here's LI this morning. LI's it's got some potential. We'll just take a second look at it. That's good. BP is a foreign stock, guys, and again, doesn't normally trade very well. It could be very gappy today, though. With, if there's news on oil, this could be popping up a little bit. So it could be interesting. But for the most part, they're very
much rather trade Oxy or MRO than BP.
Yep, absolutely. CVM this morning, not looking too good pre-market wise. Big drop here over the last couple of days, but overall not looking great there. And last but not least, we have X, and X is coming up here. And you guys know I do like X when it's trading well, and it has been. It did for a span of a couple of days right on here. It did very, very well. We'll see where that's going to go today. All right, so that is what we have on our gap up list. Let's look at down, which you don't have many. CVAC. This morning, they are down 15%, 117,000 shares traded. And pre-market, it's okay. I'm concerned with the volume on this thing and the way it moves. I mean, it's dropping here almost $2, right? And we are trading only 120,000 shares traded. So that could be a little concerning. possible for now. It might not stay there. ATOs this morning. Again, I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's see how it has been doing over the last couple of days. And here we go. Yesterday, you did get some pop and drop here yesterday, so it's okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one, guys. I know some people like this one, the way it trades. I hope we can find something a little bit better. OCUP this morning. This was active yesterday. Today they are down 2.8. Not a big pre-market activity this morning. Yesterday was the fun day. We're now back into the regular range here, so we might not get anything too exciting on it. I'm not going to add it, but if you guys see it in the scanners, point it out. We can take a second look at it. All right, that covers our entire list this morning. Let's see here. What do we have? So yeah, so someone mentioned, are we promoting low flows? No, absolutely not. We're not promoting low flows.
That's all there's on the list.
Yeah. But that's all that's really active, and that's like some of them are actually looking pretty good. Now the way we look at low flows, guys, is they gotta look amazing. And we always tell traders, you have to have a certain level of experience to start messing around with this. If you're starting out and, got a year, only 2 years under your belt, I would say stay away from this. And even if you have 5 years under your belt and you tried them before and you're just not good at them, don't bother. Don't bother giving your money to the market on something you're not good. You've seen Andrew do this before in live here, especially for those on YouTube. So now everybody's on the same page. When he trades stuff that is not in his trade book, he doesn't do very well, right? He has a specific way of trading. When he deviates from that, it doesn't turn out too pretty. So stick with what you're good at. If some people are very good at low flow stocks, they have the experience, they know how to manage them. They're very quick. They can stop out very easily. They have discipline. If you don't have those things or are building them as a new trader, this is something you want to stay away from because they are brutal. They are brutal, that's for sure. But we got a couple of them that are looking very good this morning. We'll see how, when we fine-tune them, which two we will keep. I'm not going to keep this whole entire list. I'd rather have less stocks than have everything of low-flow stocks here. All right, let's start here with, okay, let's see over here. Let's fine-tune this there. Okay, so we're looking at, what do we have here? Mo is giving us AMD and MU. Yes, I think AMD is going to be added to our list again, guys. It's been very active. 855. We're definitely going to be watching AMD. MU had earnings last night and is looking very active this morning. Today might be the day where they actually trade pretty decent. Let's see. Let's add MU here as well. All right, heading down, guys. Do I think the daily on X looks a bit choppy? Let's take a look on X. Yeah, I think here you've been consolidating right on here for the last couple of days, right? So what I want to see here is I want to see a breakout, if we can get that. So volume is okay, it's decent. Pre-market could be better price action wise, but I would love to see a breakout here on X. So, and yes, it is choppy. If you notice, when we were trading X was around this time frame, right? Look at the difference between here. That's when we started really watching it. I think all the way up to here, maybe here, right? We almost watched every single day, or at least a few, for the majority part of several days here. And it traded very well, both to the long and short side. If you go into this intraday trading, it was very clean. What happens? It starts doing this, right? It's no longer in play, guys, right? You got to, even when it gaps up here, it's no longer in play. It's not looking, look at how nice this flow is here on several days. Even with this consolidation here, looks a whole lot better than this here and what we've been doing over the last couple of days, and definitely better than this here. Right, so you have your gaps where it traded very well. Here, what I like is, we're hopefully going to break out this consolidation and head higher, and then get back into this nice trading that we had before. So this is why a daily is so important, right? To have that clean daily. For example, you don't want to be trading anything like KO, right? There's no gaps in here that looks good besides this one here, and I highly doubt that traded very well. Right, KO is just a horrible intraday trading stock. You have this all the time, just nothing good on their daily there. All right, so let's head on down, guys. MU we looked at. What else do we have? MU, AMD, good. GEVO. I don't like their volume right now. Really light at the moment. Their daily could be interesting, guys. Slamming up against its previous day close. Area of prior resistance and support. So maybe it could be losing it, but the volume has got to get there. I don't see great volume there. Airbnb, ABNB. Let's see here. This morning they're up 1.4. I like their daily for a possible break. I had a big day yesterday. They're slightly difficult to trade, guys. I have not traded these guys yet. We'll see. We'll add it on there as a possible. Oxy we do have on deck already. I think that's my favorite one when it comes to the oil companies. And then here CCL I don't think is really in play at the moment, guys. We are getting a pop of 1.3. I'm just not sure if it's really in play today. So I'm going to keep it off the list for now. If something gets better, throw it back out to me. What else do we have? Airbnb, that's good. We have that one on deck, and I think that covers us on our on our list here with the community. So let's take a look over on YouTube. What do we got? What do we have, guys? AMD's on here, so that's good. BQRS, I think you meant. Let me just make sure. I think you meant another one. I think you meant BSQR because BRQS is not good. But BSQR, this is a low flow stock sitting at 12 million. I don't think this looks better than the ones we have down here. And this thing traded horribly when it was popping up here. I think I'm gonna skip on this one. So I'd rather watch the other ones on here. I'm gonna take this one off the list. The pre-market doesn't look so great today. What else, guys? BLIN. Do we have that one? Yes. So if it's on here, guys, we already have it on deck. So we do have a couple of low floats on here already. BLIN, it is looking good this morning. I do like that pre-market action right now. I like the fact that we're gapping up here nicely. And also we have 3.1 million shares traded on this. So we'll see. So that one is on there. NRGU. No volume, guys. Also very choppy daily here, guys. This does not look good. And look at the volume. You're barely getting to 1 million shares traded since at least February. There has not been 1 million shares traded in a single day here. So that's not good. And you're moving $20 on some of these candles. So that just is the definition of choppiness here. XPED, Javier, we do have CCIV. Let's see here. CCIV's got a nice daily, great day yesterday. This could be interesting. It's not doing a whole lot right now as far as pre-market action. We do got some volume, possible breakout here on the daily. That could be interesting. Maybe continuation. Let's add CCIV on here. We'll take a second look at that in a couple of minutes. ATHE. This one is more of a penny stock, guys. Just hanging around that dollar mark, and this is what I don't like here. Right, you get this initial pop with insane volume, 13 million shares traded, and then it's just moving sideways now. I'd rather not see that. And what's the float on this too? ATHE, 28 million, so slightly above the 28 million, slightly above the 20 million that we like to see. So again, just not a great deal there. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Yes, today's Canadian Day. Right, Canadian Day.
These special effects you got going on, man.
This is what we do here. We try to improve things as much as we can. So Daniel, thank you for the super chat over on there, man, on YouTube. We appreciate you. You're a legend there. Always coming in with those donations. It helps the channel a lot, so I appreciate that very much. Yeah, happy Canada Day, guys. I know Peter is off today, so we have a lot of Canadian traders. So happy, and viewers also on YouTube. Happy Canada Day. So. All right, guys, ATHE not looking too great. I just don't like this. I think we have better stuff on the list this morning. All right, what else we have? Plug. Let's take a look at Plug this morning. Plug, it's pretty quiet right now. I like the daily for a possible breakout. Might not just happen today, so we'll leave it aside for now. Meds we do have down here. We'll take a second look at that, guys. Again, very active. If this can continue like this, maybe give us a couple of ABCD patterns. That is what we want to see. We do not want to see what ATHE is doing, right? You don't want to see this. This is no good. It can just too much fake outs can happen here. We'll see how these other ones are setting up. All right, anything else? JetBlue, are the airlines in play today? JetBlue, no, they're up 1%. No volume at the moment. Let's take a look at American Airlines. American Airlines been, again, beat up quite a bit. We talked about this over the last couple of days. Maybe they're in for some support happening here. I don't see that being today. We'll have to see when that does happen, but not a whole lot going on there. All right, we got a couple of more minutes. We'll do a few more. Wish, let's take a look there. What we have on Wish. Wish right now, 784,000. The volume is there. This stock's just been so choppy, guys. Just be careful. I'd rather not watch this one. I'd rather stick to the NEO today, which is, by the way, heading higher this morning, up 4% right now with amazing volume. XPEV is just. Does XPEV have news, or they're just following kind of?
Yeah, well, it's not like I said. The auto sales will be released at the first of the month. They always start releasing them for the previous month, and usually these Chinese are the first because, well, they're tomorrow, so they usually release them overnight the morning before the first.
Yeah, so I like those two today, guys. I saw. Was it Dan also giving us DD? DI. So a couple of you guys throwing that one out there. Let's see what's going on here. DI this morning up 9.8. Let's check the float on this. DI. They are Huh? We don't have flow information on these guys.
No, it
Oh,
IPO'd
recent
yesterday.
IPO. Okay, okay. Yeah. So
It
recent
had a
IPO.
really bad performance as an IPO.
Yeah, did not do very well. They're trying to bounce now. Looks like just be careful with this. Not a whole lot of information to go by. Their pre-market action obviously very very active. Will be interesting though if they start hitting some of these highs. That would be nice to see a continuation there. But I'm not. I won't add it to my list. I like to see a little more on the daily. There's a special way to trade IPOs, and I'm not great at trading IPOs. So, all right, guys, let's do last one here. Tesla this morning. Tesla is not doing a whole lot. I don't think it's really in play compared to NEO and XBEV. I think those two are really in play. Tesla is pretty quiet. Does not mean that it cannot turn on the engines later down the line, but right now it's not
Oh, listen to
looking.
that.
It's not looking great. All right, guys, let's get over to our community events. We'll come back and fine tune our list here.
All right. Eamon's webinar from this week is posted. We'll have Eamon again next week, 5 p.m. special time Tuesday, success webinar. What's the subject on that, buddy?
That is going to be, I believe, reversals. He just put it together. He's just
How to
sent it over
talk
to me.
fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just kidding. He's going to be doing a webinar on reversals. Then Mike's webinar from last night, I believe, is already posted. If not, it will be soon. And then next week, we've got Dr. Reed talking about the wisdom of the late, great Mark Douglas. If you want to participate in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day with entries and exits. Put any commentary you can on it. Post it on Twitter, tagging @BearableTraders, @MikeB_BBT, and @NormBBT. Also use hashtags BBT Family, Day Trading, and Stock Market. We'll pick the winner for each day and announce it on Twitter and in the room. And then all the trades of the day are eligible for trade of the week, which the team will vote for over the weekend and announce on Twitter on Monday. This Saturday is Thor's 40th birthday bash in New York with Andrew, Carlos, Mike, Kyle, and I think Ryan will be there too. So please RSVP in the forum for that. And then on Monday, Andrew will be in Lima, Peru, and have a meetup there. Please check the forums for more info on that one. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't been in the chat, use the promo code PREMARKET24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room, unless there's a market holiday like this coming Monday, then which obviously you'll have access, but nobody will be here. And it does not auto-renew or turn into any other kind of membership. And you also get access to the live onboarding classes we do every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then promo code Fireworks40 still active to get 40% off the annual Elite membership.
All right, thank you very much, Norm. Guys, let's get to it here. Let's see what we have. Starting with our main list. Actually, let's fine tune our low flow stock list here. So CUEN.
Meds, that's all you need.
Right? Is that looking good? Let's see. Yeah, Meds is on fire. Definitely Meds. CUEN, I'm going to take off, guys. It could just chop around today. Emrin, it could be a sleeper. It's moving sideways now. If it can start getting towards that 13, 14, that could be nice. Possible breakout there. BLIN, I'm on the fence. I'm going to remove this one. We'll look out for scanners on this. Mets is great, guys, and WNW could be another one potential. So they got a lot of potential, but I think Mets, like you said, is probably the best one to keep an eye on right now. That is trading very, very well, and the volume is just insane. It's beating all the other ones in volume as well. So everybody's looking at this for sure. Emrin right now, I'm gonna keep this one. This could be a good one if it can get going. It's stuck within this range right now, clear range between 1266 and down here at 1180, right? So just be careful. You're gonna be taking this long or short. Actually, you don't have short, but you have long with IB. Just be careful where you get in as far as these levels. Make sure you're on paying attention to that. So we'll see if we can get a nice breakout here. That could be exciting. We'll keep that one. And obviously, Meds is taking off here, guys. Already from 450 down to up to 870. So that's looking pretty good. All right, we got a very short list today, guys. Neo, that is staying on here, looking very good, amazing volume. We have XPEV. This is looking very nice as well on the daily for a possible breakout, maybe a continuation on there. BBBY is looking good pre-market wise. Had a big day yesterday, all the way up to 39, guys. Let's see what it's going to do here. If it does want to go for a second run, a second test of this high, we'll have to see. X this morning, I like their daily for a possible breakout here. Pre-markets, okay, hopefully gets better. As we continue here, they do have 464,000 shares traded, so I'm hoping that's going to continue to grow there. And AMD has just been so hot. Don't mind this nonsense that it's doing right now, right? It's just kind of, it doesn't look great pre-market, but it did this 2 days ago. And it traded amazing, right? So the volume is there, guys. We got 915,000 on this thing. This thing is very strong. This is when the news came out from, with Google using their chips, right? And since then, just look how strong this thing has been. It was strong even before, right? We were getting a little nice move here, but the news came out there. The volume has slightly increased from what it normally does, and now you're seeing this amazing continuation on it. So I like AMD for sure. I think do we have bets? I think Brian is betting that it's going to get to 100 by next week. We'll see. MU here is MU has a great pre-market action. I like that one too. We'll keep that one on there. Let's remove some of these older levels. And then on our secondary list, let's see if there's anything that could beat what we have on our main list. Maybe Oxy, but we'll do is, you know what? We can do this. We'll move just to watch different areas of the market here. We'll move XPEV down because I think Neo is the one that's got it really going on. XPEV is still very, very good, so you can keep that one on deck. But I'm going to move Oxy up because I would like to see how, get a closer look on how this thing is moving today. So we'll move that one up into our main list. From LI this morning, I don't really like this one a whole lot, guys. I'm going to remove it because I know I'm not going to trade it. So let's move that down. CVAC. At the moment, no, this is not looking good, guys. I like the drop here, 14%, but it's just too messy. This whole daily is too messy. And you're not really getting crazy, insane volume with an amazing pre-market action for us to make an exception on that. Airbnb, yeah, this thing can go here. If you like trading this one, it looks like it is in play. The volume is not quite there yet, but it is up almost 2%, and it's trying to break out this gray area here. So we'll see what's going on there. And then CCIV had a great day yesterday. Possible continuation. I like when the stocks have a good day like this and they don't just gap down to like 28 and hanging around here. This one's actually pushing up against the highs from yesterday. That is can tend to be a good sign. Let's see if that's going to take off there. All right, we got a pretty nice list. Let's get to some levels, guys. Neo, let's remove what we had here from the past. Towards the bottom, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days right on here. So you're taken care of there. Pre-market high being set at the moment at 55.25. So we'll put a level there. And then over to the left, let's see, what do we have here? 55.25, guys. Look at this area of resistance, support all over here. No coincidence why that 55.25 is your high of your pre-market right now. Kind of hesitating to get above that. So we'll see what kind of pullback we get. If we do break out, that could be nice. Zooming into this daily here. Oh man, this is not good. This is not clean. So let's go for the clean levels that are very clear. Obviously this here, 64, 63, and obviously this all the way up here on the zone, 66.99. In between here, guys, there's nothing that looks very clean. I'm probably gonna go with just 58.98. And I won't even add too much weight on this one. And the reason for that is because if you look at these candles, we seem to be slamming up against this level here, and then towards the bottom, slamming up against the high of the pre-market right now, right? So you see the wicks, the day's opening, closing, and it's just kind of just chopping around in this area. That's the best level that we probably have on here because this daily is really, really choppy. You can maybe find another level, I would say right on here, 62, which makes sense, a whole dollar number. I'll put that on there again, but it's not going to be a level as strong as 64 or as strong as this 55.25. That is a strong level of support because although you're chopping around, you can see how many times we use that as support over and over again, and then we used it as resistance before the breakout there. So that's a good level. We'll see what it does here, guys. I do like Neo this morning. Very, very active. Very, very strong trend right now, guys, towards the upside on the daily. This is looking very nice this morning. BBBY has some potential, guys. Did very well yesterday, but we need the volume to come in. At the moment, they're not looking too hot as far as volume, 230. We'll see what it does at the open. Pre-market high is going to be 34.80. Slightly above this, you have a level here at 36.59. And then there's really nothing clean in here as far as levels, so I think we'll leave it as that. Guys, we know BBBY can put in a very crappy pre-market action and still trade very well. We saw that yesterday. Let's see what it does today. Here's X. Let's see. I like X for a breakout, but right now pre-market action is still not getting any better. We do have a little bit of volume. I might replace this with something else after I look at what the moderators lineup looks like. Let's see if we find something there that looks slightly better. Decent level here of 25.66, guys. Area of support and resistance right on there. Slightly above that, we might have another one right over here, 26, 27 almost. Great area of resistance as well. Again, this daily is very choppy. It's not as clean as we talked about earlier as it was over here when we were trading. And you can see how beautiful this thing was doing here. It hasn't been doing that lately, right? So I'm hoping for a breakup to try to change that. Let's see if it actually gets going. Towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. Again, I do not like this one for a short. If anything, I want to see a breakout towards the top to get towards some of these levels up here. AMD, not great pre-market action, but it is pushing some volume around, which is what we like for them at the moment. 94.79 high of the pre-market. If we head over here towards the left, above the high of the pre-market, we've got a couple of highs here. We're going to take this one right over here. This is 96.28. A couple of touches right on there, guys. Here, resistance, support, a little bit of resistance here. This is not quite, it's a little bit lower, but I do like the 96.28 a little bit better. Over to the top, 97.79. Obviously, clear area of resistance right on here. Could not get above that. And then slightly above that, we do have 98.96. So I'm going to slam one there as well. Now, towards the bottom of the pre-market lows, which is going to be right over here at 92.80. So 92.80. Highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, guys, right on here. You're pretty much covered. Do not need to add anything else to that. Here's MU, very active, guys, 751,000. I cannot remember when was the last time we saw MU with so much volume. Right now, they are stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. You can see that right on here. You know, some of these levels, previous day close towards the top. So looking outside of this box, let's see, we do have a level right over here. A lot of days opening, closing right around this area, 80.48, guys. So a lot of touches on that. Then towards the bottom of that, we have another level at 78.98. You know, I'm not sure if MU can move that much, but those are the best levels you have on the daily right now. I am going to mark down the low of the pre-market, sitting over at 82.41. We'll slam a level there, and we'll see where this thing goes today. Towards the top, just in case, let's get something above the previous day close in case this thing does try to do a reversal on us or change in direction. We're going to mark it down at 86.27. That's one there. And then up here, this is really choppy daily action, guys. But you can clearly tell right on there at 88.20, you do have a lot of touches, a lot of resistance happening right on there. So we got a couple of levels just in case this thing does decide to head out towards the top. Here we go. Oxy's looking good, guys. Let's get levels in here. High of the pre-market, I'm not going to mark down now, but I will mark down this lady at this daily level here at 32.98. So we'll mark that there. 32.98 is a good most recent high there, and that is all-time high for this. It seems to be so. No. Going back to the beginning of the year, right over here, we do have a level towards the top. It's going to be 34.61. And what else we have? Yeah, 34.61. That's a good one there. Above that, just in case, 36.26. All right, perfect. Let's see. Pre-market high being set here. Maybe we'll put a pre-market high level at 32.82 since we're getting a little bit of a pullback there. All right, towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. This daily does look interesting. You can mark down 31.62 is the low of the pre-market. You can see here the great area support that we're getting. Let's see how Oxy is going to trade today. All right, guys, that is what we have. Let me see. Let's get the moderators lineup this morning. See what we got going on there. And let's cut the video here. Disable video. Resize this bad boy and bring this on over. Here we go. All right, perfect. And we'll expand this here. And let's see what our watch list looks like for our moderators today. Whoa, what's going on? No moderators lineup today, only Jarad. Jared's giving us Oxy, MRO, XON, who's watching all the energy sector stuff. Ups this morning, remainder for the nice gap up, DVN, APA, and XVC. Low flows, Mets and Emrin. I agree with that. I think these two are looking very good this morning, especially Mets, man, on fire. And then prior day action, BB, BY, and Space. Did we look at Space? We might have not looked at space. We might check that one out. Tiffany's watching Neo, Oxy, AMD this morning, and while the rest of the moderators come up with their list, I'm gonna move this over, and I'm gonna look at space. I think space has some potential. They've been trading pretty decent lately, so this could be a good possible. I want to watch space just because of their daily. They've been doing very, very well. Their pre-market action not as high as we've seen over the last couple of days, but that could change very, very fast. All right, perfect. We'll wait for the rest of the moderators. We are a bit, well, almost 5 minutes early here before we end the show. Someone asking me, what do I think about Plug? Let's look at Plug. I don't think it's really in play right now. No, what's your thoughts
the volume? Well, I like trading Plug. It can be difficult, but you got to make sure it has the volume. That pre-market action isn't too great, so
yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know that that's actually in play this morning. I want to clarify something, guys. There's an issue, and I apologize sincerely. For whatever reason, somebody incorrectly posted that New York City meetup in there. It's at 5:30, not 4:30 in our announcements, as I've said every day for the past 3 weeks, because usually it's just put in as a forum post. For some reason, it's on a calendar, and it adjusts to your time zone. So it's at 5:30.
5:30. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, we'd love to see a lot of you guys there. Well, we have a lot of people coming, so cannot wait to see some new faces, familiar faces. We're going to have a blast, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can still RSVP if you haven't done so already for this July 3rd. All right, guys, we are going to be trading live today. It's going to be Brian and Thor. Thor is going to try to trade from his hotel room, so hopefully the connection and all that is good.
Sure, David. You can go there at 2:30 and start drinking if you want, but I don't know if Andrew will cover your tab.
Yeah. All right, we are pretty much set, guys. Recap on our watch list this morning. We have Neo. Neo's looking very good, very active. 3 million shares almost at the moment. BBBY could be explosive. I do like that one here. I'm going to keep it on deck. X, I want us to see a breakout here. Not the best type stock, but hopefully this can trade very well. AMD's got great volume, guys. Almost 1 million shares traded here. Don't mind the madness on this pre-market. Does not look good, but I expect it to break out of this and trade well, hopefully. MU's got an amazing volume, guys, 812. Let's see how this does at the market open. And Oxy here breaking out nicely with 616,000 shares traded. And you also have a nice daily on this, so hopefully for a good breakout, that could be a lot of fun. With that said, guys, we're just gonna crank up here, wait for Brian to join us and Thor, and we will be going.
Thor needs a new
here.
VMix link, brother.
He needs a VMix link. Let's get him that info ASAP. So we'll
Andrew's traveling, Dwight.
Yeah,
he had to escape the heat. He's not used to it.
Let's get a link for.
I don't blame him. 112 degrees with no air conditioning. I wouldn't want to deal with that either.
That is insane.
I think that's worse than the freeze that we had. Yeah, but he hadn't been in Iran in a long time. So.
All right, let's see here. There we go. Let's get this opened up.
Yeah, it's like that every day in Texas, but we have air conditioning and we're used to it. I was talking to my wife yesterday about the heat wave up there. I think I would rather have the cold issue that we had in February without power and freezing our butts off than be 112 degrees and no air conditioning.
Yeah, no, that's brutal, man. That is brutal.
Neither one are fun, but.
All right, Thor got his link, so we'll see him shortly on here. All right, what else we have, guys? All right, anything else? Any other moderators with their lineup right now? Okay, I see Thor's looking at Neo, Space, BBBY, MU. Mike is looking at NVIDIA and Airbnb this morning. So we got those two there as well. It should be good, guys. I think we don't have a long list, but we got some pretty good stuff on here. And as we mentioned yesterday, guys, you do not need to have a long list. It does not need to be a huge list. Thor, good morning. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yep, loud and clear, brother.
Yep.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Excellent.
Good morning, guys.
Good
So
morning,
where are
morning.
you this morning?
I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
All right, nice.
So I got a nice. I did the Hilton Garden Inn that they have there. Wi-Fi here, spectacular.
Nice.
You
It
know,
looks like we got Andrew's chiming in with me that he's actually going to be able to trade this
Oh, we
high.
got Andrew.
oh, perfect. So, okay, cool. Is Brian on as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let me do this, gents. I'll peel off and leave room for the boss.
Yeah.
Take care, brother. Have a good trip. All right. It looks like you're
All right,
trading
guys.
from the bathroom anyway.
Their
Yeah,
store.
it's look, they have this little business center thing here.
Okay.
So you can see it's like a whole desk set up with like an office chair.
All right.
I mean, it's pretty nice. A little wet bar in the background. So a little Keurig action. Anyway,
Nice.
Hilton Honor, I mean, a little Hilton thing, not bad. See you guys.
Excellent.
Take care, brother.
You could tell traders when they travel because the first thing they look for is good Wi-Fi on their hotels.
That's true.
All right. All right. So Andrew's up. Brian. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today? I see you on.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah. Just
Good morning,
feeling a
Brian.
little bit. I'm just feeling a little bit tired this morning. So, yeah.
Well, you've got
good morning.
the vaccine doldrums, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's okay though
Feel better.
because I'm
Feel
not.
better, brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't feel that bad. I'm not. A lot of people get fever, chills, all the rest of that stuff. I'm just feeling like I could go back to bed. Yeah, I just feel like I want to go back to bed right now. So if that's the worst of it, I'll take it.
For sure. All right, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Norm and I are hopping off on YouTube here, guys. Stick around. Brian and Andrew are going to be trading live. Thank you so much for the support. For those that donate in super chat, also make sure you hit that thumbs up. Highly appreciate you guys hitting that like button. It helps the channel a lot. So thank you for that, guys. Take care. Trade safe. Brian and Andrew up next.
Thanks, Norm. Thanks, Carlos.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for.
You back in your office?
Yeah, I just came last night, and I'll go back again.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, but thanks, Thor, for covering that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Thor.
Yeah, so I'm back into the office, but I got to go back to Whistler today. All right. So Meds is interesting. It's going up. I think Meds is going to be a little bit fun to trade this morning. That's for sure.
Meds.
Neo. What's Neo up to?
And this Nvidia's up at another $10 today. That's crazy. MU's down.
Neo is back to 55. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
Neo's up.
Interesting. I love Oxy, MRIN.
Yeah, the energy sector's up a lot today.
It's MRIN. Oxy. What else is fun?
I'm not seeing a lot that I really like here. Meds. Space is squeezing a bit.
Zella, meh.
MU, I'm thinking about a rising devil.
MU?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
What about AMD?
MD's up a little bit.
Fuck, AMD, look at AMD, man, back to all-time high. Or
I know, I
back to
have
100.
some calls. I have some calls right now. I'm a little bit worried when I looked at them last night, thinking that just this thing has really run up in the last 3 or 4 days.
So what I would do is I would put Oxy and Neo on my watch with AMD. If I want to go into the lower floats, Meds and MRIN still seem fun to trade.
Yeah, Oxy does look interesting.
What's Tesla up to?
Tesla's up $5 right now.
Yeah, Tesla might go to 700 very soon.
Calls and puts don't generally affect the market unless we're getting close to like a expiry date. So Friday's an expiry on options. The big one is the third Friday.
Yeah. So my watch list is gonna be Oxy, Neo, AMD, MRIN, and Mets. Good morning, people on YouTube. How are you guys doing?
What are you doing, MRIN, today?
Do you think you can get a little bit of likes from YouTube people to 300? That would be nice.
Jeez.
So I was in Whistler with family. I came last night for a doctor appointment, and I'll just go back to drive back after trading today. I had an. It seems that I have some heart issues, guys. I had to see a cardiologist yesterday. I'm only 2 weeks, guys. That's it. It was an honor losing money next to all of you. We have a history of family heart problem. Sunday I had a blackout, so I don't know if it was a heat stroke or heart stroke.
You're just you're too healthy to have the problem.
No, you never know. My father had the first heart stroke at 35, and then he passed away very early after that. So, it's in our family. That's why I was a little bit, panicking. So true. I went to the emergency room, and then they did some stress tests, and there was something in there.
Yeah, the heart thing, you never know.
I know it might be the vaccine. I don't know. I'm not really into this vaccine thing, but yeah, to be honest with you, I started exactly at the same time when I got my second dose, because there seem to be some heart problems with vaccine, but just I don't know. I mean, it's so sensitive these days if you want to put it on anything. But anyways, guys, it was an honor trading next to you. I mean, I'm not concerned about New York City. What if I go to Peru and something happens in the mountains? That's probably the end of Andrew Aziz, guys. Damn, there's no doctors over there in the mountains.
All right. Throw up a list there.
Can you believe that? I haven't got my Lamborghini yet, and I'm dying yet. That would be really not cool. But the moment that I reach to the money, I'm just dead. Yeah. From heart problem. But, all right, so let's get back into character. MRIN. MRIN had a weird day. Yeah, Sarif, let's do a YOLO trade. Everything. We put everything on meds. Meds is really setting up really nice at 950. I'm gonna die anyways in 2 weeks, so either meds go to 10, we're all gonna be rich, or it's just no handcuffs. Throw the handcuffs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be watching the scanners here as well, because I'm not too crazy about stuff, although MU looking like it's setting up nicely here for Rising Devil trade. So, and meds kind of looks perky. So, what's the
mess?
What is the float on meds is 3.1 million.
I think it's just a heart inflammation, to be honest with you. But in Canada, if you say vaccine and side effect of vaccine, they look at you like, are you a conspiracy theory? I swear, since I got my second dose, I started feeling heart problems. So what should I do? So that study, I know. Yeah, I have heard that there are reports of heart inflammation and vaccine. I don't know if what should I do with it. That's yeah. So Mountain Trip Abiel, they told me that legally we should tell you that don't do it. But the doctor also said, this test is there's a really good chance that we monitor. They wrote a CT scan for 4 months later, and then they said, this test they did a stress test, and they in the higher thing, apparently there was a sign that my arteries are small, but it really corrected itself really fast. So they said, it could be a false positive test. So the doctor said, I can't tell you. Legally, I have to tell you don't travel, but there is a good chance that at this age there's nothing wrong with your heart. So, and I said, okay, there's a good chance that I'm going to go to that trade and I die. Anyways, so a few minutes to the open, guys. Let's focus on. I really like meds. If you can get a breakout above 10, that would be nice. At the open, we might get a consolidation, just 8. It might jump in at near the VWAP for the break of 950, 10. Really seems that it wants to go above 10. If you can get that one trade on it. Oh, good Natal, thanks. I'm going to go to New York after that. I'm sure we have good doctors in New York, but I'm a little concerned about Peru. Oh, yeah. Guys, in YouTube, we're going to trade live. We're going to take a breakout on meds. Remember, YouTube, guys, it's a little bit late what you're hearing and seeing. And since I have heart problem, can you get our likes to 400, do you think? Just because this is the last live trading by Andrew Assis. Do you think we can get to 400, guys? Nice. Oh man, fuck, I don't want to die. Why not have passed out? Fuck, I was so scared. I've never been so scared in my life. Fuck, this is it? Damn, the blackout. It's in 5-10 seconds. Yeah, but I realized that death should be not that scary because it's just slowly everything goes. Your eyes just go slowly go blackout. It's really nice. So, alright, it's not that bad. Anyways, MU, AMG.
Yeah, MU's selling off. Darn it. Don't go down yet too much.
Yeah, let's get back into character, guys. We're gonna get one opening range break up.
Okay. Oh. Canadian markets closed today.
Yeah, happy Canada Day to all amazing Canadians. Peter is not trading today. And if you don't mind, guys, after I'm going to do a quick trade, I'm going to leave. And if you don't mind, I postpone the mentorship session because it's Canada Day and I'm going to go celebrate the country. The country needs me.
I like that, the one Simpson line where he goes to celebrate July 4th and he goes to buy fireworks and the guy says, celebrate your birth of your country by blowing up a small part of it.
Okay.
That was a classic.
That was funny. MRIN,
Okay.
Oxy. So everyone in the chat room, you should be able to see my screen, guys.
Okay, here we
You
go.
just have to change that. See what meds is doing. See holding. It looks like it's holding. Let's see if you can get a 1 minute open range breakup on it. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't pop up 200. BLIN.
So I got a
nicely.
short on. I got a short on. Whoops. I got a short on MU. We're just covering
Brian
it
is
here.
short MU. I'm still looking in meds.
Oh yes, yes.
Oxy
Covering.
is nice. Oxy is also really nice. Open range breakup.
Oh yeah, Oxy's breaking out here. Just covering some MU. It's really dropped fast here.
Meds is tricky. Oh,
Take that.
see what meds is doing. BLIN
Excellent.
was really popping up. Okay, so meds. Not sure what's happening with meds, so I'm not trading it. Oxy rejected that. Yeah, I'm not trading meds. This 1 minute closes somehow doji. BLIN really turned out to be a really nice opening range breakup.
It's covering some more MU here under 81, 80.95.
BLAN did a nice opening range breakup. AMD opening range breakdown. Oxy meds. Nice short on MU. Nothing for me yet. See what meds is doing. 890. I'm taking a long on meds at 906. Let's see if we can hold it. I'm taking a long on meds.
Yeah, I'm along with you on meds.
Let's see if we can go.
Come on, baby.
Let
the good times roll.
Getting out some.
Here we go. Selling some.
Let's see if you can go to 950. I think it's going to go to 950. I'm holding, selling some, 940. Might be a good chance that goes in there, guys. I'm long heavy on meds. Sold some. Okay, that rejection is not great. Let's see if you can hold it for the next push. Selling some a little bit more here. I think it's a good chance.
Here we go.
Adding a little bit more here at 930. I'm adding a little bit more here at 930. It looks like it wants to go for the break of 950.
Yeah, it's definitely trying to get through this. There's a pre-market level.
Getting out of it completely. I'm all out on it for now. I made decent money on it. Let's see if this consolidation is happening or no. I think it wants to go for 10. I got from 9 to 940. MRIN is doing. Oxy is weird. BLIN, it was really nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a little bit scary right now. Yeah, it has a little bit of problem going up. I'm not staying in there for. If it comes back above 950, I might go there. BLIN looks like it wants to go up.
Yeah, BLIN looks like it's trying here.
Yeah. Is there any levels and stuff in there? It's hard, that one. Meds. Oxy rejected. MRIN is coming up. Let's see if MRIN we can get a follow through on MRIN.
X
AMD is
really sold
bouncing.
off.
MRIN looks like a long, but I don't know if I want to trade it yet. I don't like the volume much on MRIN, but it looks like a long opening range breakup, 5 minutes opening range breakup, MRIN. Oxy is really fighting for 33. Yeah, MRIN did a 5 minutes opening range breakup. Carlos, this is a really good nice 5 minute opening range breakup for a class. Let's take a screenshot on that. Yeah. How was that really nice? Came up just above the VWAP. You know, it was a really good entry on it. Yeah. Should have jumped in there. Damn it!
Oxy's breaking out now.
Yeah. Yeah, Oxy's going to go to 33. Yeah, I should have jumped in on MRIN. The volume came. It's going to go through 13. If I can get a pullback, I might jump back in there. No. Just give us a pullback. Only the 1330. Are you seriously? Get halted, huh? Did anyone jump in MRIN? I called it at 12. Damn it. I just jumped in there. I'm up 2,500 on that Mets. So I don't know if, somehow 2,500 is like 700,000 a year. I don't know if I want to trade again. That's also another thing. Especially with a broken heart. Nice Z, very nice. Anyone in YouTube, guys? Did you jump in there? YouTube guys, TK, Dominic, Meds is popping back up. Let's see what next is.
Yeah, I was just watching Meds here.
It's a little bit jerky, but
yeah,
taking a long on Meds. I'm taking a long on Meds. 927.
The volume's coming back in on it.
Yeah. See, it might be false if we can get a follow through on that or not.
It's funny, they're just not letting it run. Lots of selling.
It's definitely 950 is struggling a little bit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the horrible price action right now on it.
Yeah, it's really jumpy.
I just got in there a little bit, see if you can get that, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Feels like it could blow up higher, but you just it's really not trading that cleanly for a $3 million or $3 million share float.
It has a good volume too. But I'm in there at 930. I want to see above 950. I might add more on it. Let's see if this wants to go to 9. Definitely there is a big pressure on it up there. 950 obviously is a big wall. Yeah.
I got along some Oxy too.
Yeah, I'm just getting out of it, guys. Yeah, I'm just getting out of it. Yeah, I get the profit back on it. It's just, it was really hard. These lower float stocks are tough on that front. MRIN, it couldn't really break this 950, and I got just back because I stopped down on it. It might go back up, but it's not really ready still on it. BLIN. Oxy popped up above 33. AMC.
I still have a little bit of MU, but it seems like it's trying to hold here. I'm probably going to cover the rest. Just going to cover the rest here at 81 on MU. Yeah, Emran's halted.
BLIN is popping up. Taking a long on BLIN. Taking a long on BLIN 660. It looks like it wants to pop. The volume coming in.
What's the
No. Oh, maybe not.
float? Is 6.3 million shares on Blinn.
On BLIN.
Yeah. Still long some Oxy here.
Got the
Yeah, Meds was horrible. Oh, crap. Okay, so MU is going to go lower. Kind of thought it was putting in a bit of a double bottom there.
I'm getting out of BLIN, guys. It's just not getting anything.
And Neil's popping now, eh?
MRIN is popping up. Let's see what that one is up to.
Whew.
Getting some long on it. See if you can go toward 15. MRIN.
Hated the way it traded yesterday.
MRIN.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a long on it and see if you can get towards 15.
Oh, MU, you're breaking my heart.
Adding a debit here in this. Adding a debit here at 1430. Let's see if you can get to.
I'm long. 15. Yeah, I took it long on that pullback. See if we can get through 15.
Let's see if this one can do another pop through 15.
Nice. Good Miles. Did you took that short with me on MU?
Come on, do the pop.
Do the pop.
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sold.
So selling some.
Definitely
We're going to get through 15.
Big ask at 15. It's going to pop above 15, hopefully.
Yeah, there we go. Just banging its head there. There we go. Sold some more.
Sold. Very nice. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Nice. I love that.
Okay, I'm all out actually.
No, I'm not though. I still have some.
It's gonna pull back again.
Yeah. To the moon. And we want to go MRIN to the moon. I'm gonna hold this to the moon. $16. Oof. I still have a lot of shares holding it on at 16. Meds, piece of garbage. Meds is going to be in place soon. I'm just going to hold that. I think Meds is going to be... Oh, it got halted again.
We're going to get a halt here on... maybe. It's not halted yet. It's right there, though. Okay, it halted.
Neo, it's the Neo up to. Imagine should have jumped in there. IWM is running up. Fill in. XPEV was great. Yeah, the EV sector seems. EV sector seems. Really active. I don't know. I mean, this can go higher, but if your average entry is Anton at 12, you should definitely start. Um, you should definitely start
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah,
partial
overstay
in
your
the
welcome.
next.
Yeah. You never know. The next halt could be on the way down. SPY is going higher. The Qs are going higher. So, and NVIDIA had a really great pop here.
Mets struggling.
Looks like X is Oxy's pulling back now, back to my break even. Actually below now.
Loss in ELIN. Yeah, if you have 25% Anton, you might the MRA might go up higher. You might actually hold it for all day because the way that I see MRIN squeeze, yeah, this might go back to 20 and stuff. If you're at 20, if your entry is 12, yeah, I think it might do a bunch of pullbacks and stuff, but eventually it might go up. That's my expectation. Is it Meds is running up.
Yeah, Meds has found a bit of a level there. I don't trust it though, the way it's trading.
No, I don't trust it even for a second. It can go.
I'm getting ammo out of Oxy. It just isn't. XLE is kind of rolling over. Oil stocks are selling off. CVX hitting the scanner. Meds dropping again. Tesla's dropping. Tesla's going to go red on the day.
Yeah, hit the scanner.
Uber and Lyft are up quite a bit today. Oh, MU's still selling off. It's down at 80.50. Still looks like it has more downside, but it might be kind of running at might be flattening out here maybe.
No, I don't know. Meds, you won't get any shares for short on Meds. It's also an MRN. Still have a little bit of shares on this guy. BLIN got destroyed. Meds.
Yeah.
Holding at 8. I'm getting a small long on Meds at 8:30 just because I'm bored until this one comes out. Getting a long at 8:30 on Meds. Stop loss would be at 8. See if you can get another pop on it. Oh, MRN came out of the alt. Popped up to 18. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pop. Wow.
Wow. I'm selling some at 17. Still holding some neds at 830. Let's see if you can get a pop on it. Looks like he wants to hold. This one is going to go to 20. I can't believe this. I can't believe this one sold some here. I got altered again. Meds is see what doing meds is doing. It's just so still long on the see if the meds can do another pop. I'm at 830.
Yeah, I flipped my position on Oxy to a short, so revenge trade here.
Oh, nice. Let's see if you can get that pop to meds.
Just going to cover some here down at the 50 moving average on Oxy. Nice log off. So MU is maybe going to try to find a bottom here. Covering some more Oxy, 32.63.
Let's see if meds can get that pop.
Yeah, XLE is dropping like a stone here.
See if we can get to 850. Selling some here at 845.
Well, space is dropping again here.
Yeah, I'm just getting out of meds. It just still seems a little bit weak to me. That's just a trade out of boredom.
I think that to watch meds for a while to see if it continues to hold this 830 level, 820.
Yeah.
If it just continues to go sideways, that's then you have maybe an opportunity to take it long.
Yeah, this potentially can be like MRIN did something similar 2 days ago. It really found the bottom and then really squeezed up. But I just, I'm just getting out of it for now. When MRIN is coming out of the halt, I still have 1,000 share left on it. How's the YouTube people, guys? Can we get some likes to 500 now that we're stuck in the halt on MRIN? Do you think, guys, now that we're bored and have nothing to do you think we can get that? 4:39. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I mean, the reason that we're asking is because the more likes is the more engagement with the channel helps the channel to grow. That's what really help our channel to grow, and really appreciate that. Fuck, I can't even talk. That's one of the things that your heart, the stroke meds is popping back up. Let's see.
I took some meds long. I took some meds.
Yeah, meds is fuck.
There you go.
Damn it! Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, let's
It's
see
a little bit
let's see if-
jerky, to be honest with you. It's really jerky. But let's see. See, these pops are being sold off. I'm staying away from it for now.
Yeah, I'm not taking a big size because
MRIN is back here, guys. I want to hold it and see
trust
if you can go to 20. To the moon, guys. I'm actually just selling some here at 19. Yeah, what a trade you got from it.
Okay, I'm out of meds.
I just can't believe. Fuck, meds.
As soon as it
really
dropped
bad.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as it dropped there.
MRIN is gonna go to 20. My average is at 14. My average is at 14.73. It's gonna go to 20. I might add a little bit of shares. Let's see, do consolidation. I'm adding a little bit here. Actually, no, I didn't get filled, did I? No, I still have that, but it's gonna go to 20, I think. Daily chart. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to 20, I think. Just holding on it a little bit.
Staying away from it now. It's just too extended. Oh, MU.
Yeah.
Out of the short on Oxy, it's coming back up.
Oh yeah, look at this beauty, Brian. It's gonna take to.
See if MU is putting in a double bottom here. Take a little bit of a long here on MU, 80.55. I'll sell some here, 80.77. See if we can get
MRN
through.
is dropping now. I'm still holding some. Sorry, your MU?
Yeah.
Meds is Jericon. What the Meds did? Yeah, Meds is disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange how you can have one stock like Amrin. Watch out! Don't get stuck on the way down on this one if it's going to halt.
I'm holding some. I'm holding 1,000 share on MRAN. It's gonna get halting now, huh?
I want to see this. I want to see MU get to 81 here. When I went
had a
long
little
on
bit here
MU
on MRAN 17.4. adding a little bit here on this pullback.
Here we go. Just give me a second here.
Let's see if we can get a pop from here. Back to 18.
My stop would have been
Sold some. 1778. Nice.
my stop would have been around 80.40. So here we go. The MU. So on a double bottom, you try to catch it at, obviously at the lowest, as close to that bottom as possible. The low on that last candle was 80.44. Here we go. All right, selling.
What are you trading, Brian?
MU on a double bottom. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm still long. I added more on the MRN on this pullback on moving average. See if you can get back to 19. It might not really get back to 19 because of the collapse at 20, but having that was a really nice add on it.
Nice CP. Way to go. I got the short on MU at the open. I'm all at MU for the long. It's rejected the VWAP.
Yeah,
that was just.
I have still 1,400 shares on. I have 1,400 shares on MRIN, guys. So I'm just holding this. See if you can get it pop back up. So I had a really solid day on it. Thank you so much for this move. So I'm just holding this 1,400 shares and see if you can get. I might add a little bit more on it just for fun to get to a 20, but
nice
double bottom.
Yeah, MU was just a classic double bottom trade. It doesn't get any. That pattern doesn't get any better than that.
MRN might pop back up. Holding 18.
80.55.
Brian is killing it on now. Goodbye, Thor. See you in New York City.
See you, Thor. Have a good time. Happy birthday, buddy.
I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna do a quick recap while we're doing this mess.
Thanks.
YouTube folks, how you doing? So we're gonna stop that, YouTube guys, because you're not giving us like. Can you get to 500 likes, please? Just 10 more likes, guys. Otherwise, we have to stop it. To be honest with you. Nice. Tesla double bottom, MRIN double bottom. See if MRIN can or will sell off or not. Nice. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know if I can do a quick recap.
Thanks, Marius.
Hello, okay, yeah, I can talk. Brian, you can also do that. Let me stop the camera here, stop the camera over there. Just gonna do a quick recap because I need to go. All right, guys, gonna do a quick recap. We had a killer day with MRIN. So I'm still long a little bit on it, but at 1680. I added a little bit on this pullback. I think it is a good chance it goes up back to 20. I'll see if it's struggling a little bit. So there's a potential to go up to 20. So that was a really solid day we had. I had 2 trades on meds, eventually lost money on that, and I had a loss on BLIN too. But MRIN was on our watch list. The stock was really in play in the last couple of days. As you see, in the last couple of days, really had a really solid trading day. But what I noticed that was trading just below the VWAP on a 1 minute chart, and then it popped up, and then the volume really picked up on that. And I really thought, I mentioned that to Carlos as well, that could be a really nice 5 minute open range breakup. Popped up, volume came in, it got halted first. After the halts, both Brian and I jumped in there from 14 all the way up to 1920. It's going to go to 20, 1995, 20 is the all-time high on it. And dropped. It didn't get halted on the way down. I added more on this moving average at 17, popped up there, and I'm still holding it and see if we can get to 20. Above 19 might be potential to add even bigger. So meds was a little bit jerky trade that we did. I did at the open. It was a really nice 1 minute open range breakup. Really struggled here, popped up, sold toward 950. I added more and I got a stop out. It came back up. I went long for the break of 950 and I got stopped out and actually gave all the profit back. So I'm red on mid. And then I tried to catch a double bottom reversal on it. So I saw that it's holding this 825. I went long, popped up a little bit, and I got stopped out of the break even. And after that, it just collapsed. And that's the thing that you got to be really, really careful on that. Brian, what did you do? You did a really nice short on MU and then a reversal on it, yes?
Yeah. So I got MU both ways. Yeah. Nice short. So I had Brian to take it right at the open. Yeah.
And right at the open, shorted the MU, sold off, and then you covered, and then you eventually saw double bottom. You took a long here at 825. It's actually on YouTube, so you can just popped up. Really nice. Yeah. So that's very, very nice. So yeah, that was pretty much our day. So New York City guys, New York City meetup is there. By the way, this is our book, How to Day Trade for a Living. Guys, I personally need only 3 reviews to get to 10,000. So I really appreciate if you guys can co-support and just write your honest review about the book. Really, really appreciate that. If you can like the video and subscribe to our channel, that would be also really, really important for us because it helps the channel to grow. I think we deserve to have a little bit more subscriber, compared to all the contents that we are really producing, but we need the support. We just have to ask for a little bit more support from the community. And if any one of you want to go and write an honest review for our books, both Brian and I, we really appreciate that. We're gonna get to 3 more likes. That would be really nice. 3 more review, that would be 10,000 review, which is a big milestone for at least Brian and I. That would be this. MU is bouncing back. MRIN is still is bouncing around here, so I'm going to hold this. I might add a couple of thousand shares if you get above 19 for the break of 20. And 20 is definitely a very important level because I think it's an all-time high for that. No, it's actually not. Yeah, back in August 2014, yeah, we definitely have some areas of that we can play around. So. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What's the news on MRIN? Did they have software for cancer or something?
There was it was in play yesterday. Must be like a Wall Street Bets thing. I think MRIN been maybe.
Is it a Wall Street play? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it's a Wall Street play, then it can stay forever in play. Well, we thank to all of the Wall Street people, the Wall Street Bet people. You guys are amazing, and just keep activating.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, bringing this volatility. Integration with Instacart. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, well, thank you so much, guys. Like, subscribe channel. Again, that's really appreciate that. I mean, we have 557 likes in YouTube. If any one of you who are, really appreciating us, if you can like us to 600, that would be really nice. I think 600 has been the maximum like that we're getting in our channel. I know some of you are changing your likes to dislikes. Not cool, but that would be really nice. Yeah, we had a really good day. Meds was jerky. I mean, when you're trading these low float stocks, you got to be really careful on risk management. Don't get stuck in them because they can easily wash down, and like what did Meds is just washing down, and they might not really ever recover. So that's something that I just wanted to mention. And yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut off. early today, and both Thor and I canceled our mentorship sessions today because we're just traveling. So we're really, really sorry about that. We'll make it up to you later. Let's see what MRN is doing. Yeah, it's holding that. All right, guys, ciao.
Kind of looks done for the time being.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, MRN for the time being seems done. It might continue later during the day, but it's definitely seems like it's done for now. Happy Canada Day. I forgot to say that. Mention that, guys.
I think we got the big U.S. holiday. I think that's more people are interested in that. July 4th. Yeah, just what I kind of thought on AMD today. It opened up higher and then sold off. I sold the calls I had at the open because it's really was, I still think it's going to go to 100 AMD, but it's just had, this epic run over the last 3 days. So it really was going parabolic. They were unsustainable. Kind of looks like I'm just looking at Diddy, DIDI. Looks like it's going to try to get through 16 here. And they're really trying to keep it from going through there, though. Lots of selling there. Big wall at 16. Got a lot of liquidity above 16. A lot of people sitting on the ask up there. Yeah, Oxy's basically putting in a bit of a pennant, but it just looks like it's flatlining now. Meds is coming back up finally, eh? Just keep and watch Diddy. It just looks like it's really you said there's like a wall there, and the market makers are kind of hiding their sells. They just keep reloading at 98, 1598. It should. It shows up on it shows up on my TD account. Greg, I don't know why it wouldn't show up on Ameritrade if it shows up on the Canadian one. I know in the past TD's been slow to pick up pick up the new listings. But that was I'm going to say that was quite a while ago now. Yeah, Emrin, the volume is really dropping off now, so we're kind of getting into summertime trading here. A little bit of volume dropping. MRIN does it look? Emrin looks a little tired here. It may just consolidate for quite a while. Kind of in this level, you can kind of see the buying frenzy is really dropping off on the when you look at those volume bars. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Gary. I was watching how it just kept hitting that 98 level. There was definitely kind of a wall there of sellers. All right. Well, oil's come back up again. XLE's back up. Okay, so Diddy's finally selling off. So you can kind of see this is kind of like, it just keeps, when a stock just can't get through a level, eventually people kind of start to get negative and bail on it. So that's what kind of happened there. SPY's rolling over a bit. The Qs are rolling over a bit. Actually, the Qs have gone red on the day. Yeah, what is BY doing? Oh, Lyft is really doing some stuff today. Lyft. Lyft looks like it's on a daily. The daily chart looks really nice on Lyft, although it's coming up into an area where there's a lot of there's going to be a lot of resistance. Probably this 65 level. Yeah, the problem, or at least the issue with space, and the reason it's so jerky is probably one of the reasons is it's a first off Wall Street bet stock. Number one, number two, it's pretty heavily shorted. So so you've always got that factor that people are going to get squeezed on the short side. Um, so stocks that are heavily shorted, I find they do trade a little bit more erratically. Their rallies, they could be going down, but they rally hard when they do rally. Are you shorting Neo? Wow, look at Neo. Neo was looking so strong at the open. Yeah, it lost yesterday's close, was probably which was an important level. So to go red on the day. Watch that 9 moving average on the 2-minute chart with Neo. Another one that was up quite a bit at the open was Blink Charging. It was up quite a bit. It sold off pretty hard. But now you can see how it's just sort of trading along the 9 moving average line. Blin is kind of popping up a bit here. What's Diddy doing? Pop back. Went to the VWAP, found support. Problem is now it's using the 9 moving average as resistance. So it's sitting right under the 9 on a 2-minute chart. NVIDIA had a really big run, and now it's pulled back pretty significantly too. Small caps are popping up here today. IWM, TNA showing up on the scanner. So it seems like money's rotating into small caps and out of the queues. Yeah, Gazo, I think we can certainly think about that. Because we're always playing with scanners and new ideas for scanners. I spoke with Eamon this week about setting up something where we can look at I tend to look at the new high bidder ask, and also try to look for stocks that are keep popping up on it. So Eamon's going to look at trying to see if he can make a scanner that looks at the scanner results and finds the stocks that keep repeatedly popping up. To me, that would tell me that stock is in an uptrend if it keeps making new high bidder ask, or a continual downtrend. So it's going to rank them in terms of how many times they pop up. So maybe we'll be able to pick out a stock that's continuing to trend higher or trend lower. So Eamon's our scanner expert. He's gonna look and see if we can set up a scanner for a scanner. SPY's continuing to sell off. What's Bitcoin doing today? Bitcoin's really just stuck in a range. Looks like Bitcoin's down quite a bit today. I don't know. Meds just looks like it's. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, Bitcoin's sort of just consolidating. Yeah, meds. For a double bottom, yeah, certainly. I mean, you can play this level. I mean, your stop would be around 750, or maybe you take this current low as the stop, which would be 755-ish. For double bottoms, I like to see them in a little bit tighter. First bottom was put in around 1008. So you'd like to see a pop up and then a pullback within the next 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then see it go. I like if you looked at MU, there was about 8 minutes. It did one big candle, second one up, third one down, fourth one down, and then it looked like it was going to hold. So it's a little bit tighter than the meds. Having said that, meds does look like it is trying to hold this sort of 750-ish level. But the problem with meds, it's just the way it's been trading. It's kind of a dog's breakfast. Just people waiting to. I don't know if they're shorting it or if they're just. Yeah, that's the mystery of why one stock will go ripping higher like Emrin. And I think, what is Emrin? Emrin has 9 million shares. So why does a stock like Emrin, which have 9 million shares, go ripping higher? And a stock like Meds can't, just traded horribly at the open. And it wasn't like it wasn't doing enough volume. It was doing, it was doing this, its float. It was doing its float every 2 minutes. So that's just one of the mysteries. If you can figure out that, it could be just as simple as, the whatever stock be, the sort of group mentality, whatever the group decides is the one they're gonna trade. That's the one that's gonna move. So meds is popping up here. Oracle kind of looks interesting on a daily. Neo's popping. Yeah, Neo came back, went green on the day. See you, Ron. Have a good day. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny how AMC. Well, you don't hear many people talking about GameStop anymore. I don't know what it's trading at. I couldn't even tell you. But AMC is it's really been trading in a pretty narrow range for a long period of time here. Let's see what AMC looks like on a daily. Yeah, it almost looks like AMC on a daily. It looks like it's making a pennant, which means it's narrowing into a very the trading range is narrowing into a very small range, a very small trading range. So it's sitting kind of right on the 20 moving average. Volume's been volume on AMC has really been dropping off on a daily basis. GME, kind of the same thing. It's just basically hasn't moved much since the middle of June. ORF. What's ORF doing? Oh, ORF's taken off here. Yeah. Qs are coming back up. I am not seeing anything that I'm really crazy about trading right now. MU's, I think MU is just going to be stuck around the VWAP here. You know, it's probably going to chop up and down. So just be careful. Don't be, I don't know, that's going to break out one way or another. It's kind of found, it's found a level right now that people seem to be happy with. MRIN is starting to perk up again. $17 is kind of fair value on MRIN. That's where a lot of people are in this. Um, problem with MRIN is it's going to be choppy for a while here. It's a kind of stock that could be in play a little later on. Yeah. No worries. Like I said, I'm not really finding anything that you know, I've had a good morning. I don't really want to trade anything more at this point, unless I really see something I'm kind of keen on. Here goes. Volume is picking up a bit on MRIN. Yeah, so ORF trying to get through 8 again. It was just went through 8, I guess, right? It's been EMD popped up. Yeah, it's does look a little like a double bottom, maybe more like a false breakdown, and then it had that nice pop up. AMC looks like it's kind of rolling over a bit here. Or if big pullback here to the 20. Took a bit of a long here at 776 on ORF, just for this bounce back from the 20 or from the 9 moving average, I should say. Just a scalp here. The 20 and the VWAP are around 760.